You are welcome to Tuntum Network, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Cyrus, and I'm happy to have you here. Thank you to those who are already subscribed and those who are yet to do so. I encourage you to hit that button to help us grow. Thank you so much. Today's episode, we are looking at Nigeria, our neighbor. You see, Nigeria is the kind of neighbor that you are like competing against, but on the surface, it doesn't look like you are competing. But Ghana and Nigeria has always been competitive from way back. From the times of independence, even to our sports, our food and jollof, to even traveling. This is how you know we are competing in traveling. Every country in the world that you see a Nigerian there, you also find a Ghanaian there. The only difference might be that you might see 200 Nigerians in that country and find 20 Ghanaians in the same country because of our population size compared to theirs. But Nigeria is that kind of a person. But today, it is about how much they have been able to do in terms of their transportation. If you didn't know, I'm bringing it to your attention. Nigeria has, completed the first phase of their light rail system. Take a look at this video. Excellent railway system that they have put in place. All right. This is their light rail. It comes in two phases, actually. So they have just completed the phase one of this light rail, which has cost the nation $1.2 billion US dollars. Okay, and this is supposed to be 27 kilometers. Looking at the phase one and phase two put together, should be 27 kilometers when they are done. But this first phase, which is completed now, is just about 13 kilometers, which has 5 stations. 13 kilometers with 5 stations. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to bring it to Ghana to have some form of perspective on it. 13 kilometers in Ghana is around from Medina to Jowolu traffic light, somewhere around there. So they have a light rail system which is completed from like Medina traffic light to Jowolu traffic light. All right. And that is a significant improvement. It is called the Blue Line. I always thought Nigeria was green and white, but this light rail, which is powered by electricity, is called the Blue Line. And it's a standard light rail train. Don't get me wrong. It's beautiful in Lagos. If we had that in Ghana, I'm sure people would love it. It will cut down on the traffic that we have suffered for so many years. So that is supposed to take about 200 passengers at a time. So they give you 200 passengers at a time. They go about 6 times every day from morning till night. It moves 6 times in a day. They give you free Wi-Fi whilst you are on the train. And then they have their own, boarding card system. They call it the Cowrie. This is the picture of it. The Cowrie. It is created for that purpose. So it serves their intercity or inter-town buses, their main buses, which in Ghana we call Ayalolo. They have these cards purposely made for that. And I'm looking at how much it costs them to issue a card per a passenger in Nigeria. And I'm looking at the figures here. It's about 500 naira for one card. 500 naira. You do the conversion into Ghana cedis, you are looking at 7 Ghana cedis and 40 pesos. 7.4 Ghana cedis gives you the card. And a whole trip from one start or one beginning to the end of the whole line, the railway line, is about 750 naira. In Ghana cedis, it's about 11.5 Ghana cedis for one whole trip. I think that is quite competitive. It is fair. I don't know how much it's costing Ghana if you are moving from Medina Light to Jowolu today, even in a trotro, but to have that kind of service in that kind of environment, moving smoothly across the towns, makes it even more priceless. Now, let's bring it to our own Ghana terms in order for us to have a real understanding of what is happening. Look at the small population we have in Accra. Accra is just about 2.5 million people. Compare that to the population of Lagos. It's kind of a failure on the part of our leaders, unable to provide us with this kind of transportation system in Accra today. So far, Nigeria has got it, Ethiopia has it, Egypt has it, and South Africa also have it. So what is stopping Ghana from also getting there? Because these are our colleagues. Unfortunately, what happens in Ghana is one government starts a project, is unable to complete it. The next government comes in, abandons the previous project, starts their own project, is unable to complete. Then the next one comes, abandons the 2 previous projects, and it goes on like that, and nothing is really completed in this country. But I am aware and I'm following keenly the railway line being constructed from Tema to Mpakadan in the north. But I'm looking at the intercity because within the city is very, very choked. A lot of time wasting happening. Let's be honest to ourselves as citizens of this country, shall we? I'm thinking to myself, Ghana's economy almost sank and we needed IMF to bail us out with, I think, about $2 billion or so, something more than that. And here is the case: Nigeria spent $1.2 billion to make only 13 kilometers of SkyTrain. That would mean it's almost impossible for Ghana to construct such a railway line anytime soon. Because if we needed that kind of money to save our economy, would any government invest that kind of money in building a railway line? I mean, think about this. In order for this to happen, we'll have to get some private investor who comes in with their own money and their own system and then sets it up and run it for a couple of years, perhaps decades, and then return it back to the state. Outside of these, I don't see how or when it's going to be possible for Ghana to actually have a light rail train operational in this country. These were brilliant ideas that Nado used to talk about when he was in opposition. And as a matter of fact, most leaders, when they are in opposition, they have brilliant ideas until they become president. Ghana shouldn't be left behind. If anything at all, we should be on the level of what these nations have in Africa. These are extra videos of what is happening with the blue lines in Nigeria as we speak today. Please take a look at, and I've also added a few of other countries in Africa which have also been able to put in place the railway lines in operation. Thank you so much for being a part of this. God bless you. I'll come your way again. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share, and leave a comment if you have to. God bless you, and it's bye-bye for now.